Alright, this is Artem with the Android Police, and we're here at the Verizon 4G LTE conference. We're going to be looking at the LG Revolution, which is LG's newest 4G LTE offering. Take it away, Travis.
So what we have is the new LG Revolution on a 4G LTE network on here. 4.3-inch display on here, so you got the nice big screen. You do have the multiple home screens just like you do with any other Android. What this is going to be launching with is 2.2 Froyo. It will be upgradable to the next operating system. So very similar to what you use as far as the different operating systems that you have in Android. Very similar experience as far as the menus consist of.
And is this running stock Android, or is it running a custom LG interface?
It is running a little bit more of an LG interface on
okay,
it is running 2.2 interface. They didn't label it on here. If you do notice, it looks very similar to more like a Motorola interface. The logos and the icons are very similar to a Motorola, so they adopted those icons and just kept it with a standard 2.2, but put a little bit different as far as the logos and the layout is concerned of that. But they didn't label anything beyond just our 2.2. Okay. Now, if I go into things like Skype, the reason we'd be using Skype on this device, we've got a 1.3 megapixel camera on the front. We also have a 5 megapixel camera on the back that I'll show you. But when you're using Skype, it works over Wi-Fi as well as our 4G network on there as well. So unlimited Skype to Skype calls. Looks just like this when you're using one of the skulls. As well as additional Skype on here. Like I said, we've got the camera on the back, 5 megapixel camera on the back of this device. Works with the 4G device, single LED flash, single speaker along the top half of the phone.
And it takes 720p video?
It does take 720p video, and when you're taking those P video on there, you've got an HDMI micro out, so you do have a micro spot on there for HDMI output, which is nice. LG tend to be middle of the road as far as devices were concerned in the Android market before, but I think they took a big step up. 512 RAM. So they did input this 1 gigahertz processor on the display as well. So as far as performance is concerned, I think it works really well.
Is this a single core or dual core?
Single core. So if I was doing something like this, if I was doing the gaming experience for the gamer that wants to do something on here as well, typical games like Let's Golf, but now you have 2-player, 4-player user interfaces, so just like you're doing with the 4G. Imagine if you're somewhere else, someone wants to play the same game as you on a 2-player experience, you can do it just like that on this device as well.
Now, can you do the same thing through Wi-Fi, or is this just LTE only?
You can do it over Wi-Fi as well,
okay.
But the LTE makes you the ability to go on the go.
Right.
So this is what the gaming experience, you can kind of see the graphics on this one. It's a 3D gaming experience on something like this device. You can kind of see the display. It is your standard high-def TFT display on here. But I think it works very well for Samsung or for LG. So that's what that device looks like.
Does it come with any applications that Verizon's putting on them, the ones you can't move usually? For example, I can see here the NFL Mobile.
NFL Mobile app that's on there as well. It's locked down right now, but they do have NFL Mobile. It'll be pre-installed as well as the Skype, and Skype's a little bit different. It's not just your standard one you download off the market. It's embedded in the device and embedded in the operating system so that you can use it with more flexibility. For example, integrating contacts into the device instead of just using it over Wi-Fi. It works over the Wi-Fi and 4G.
There's a real nice switch between.
Sounds good. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
The best advice I can give is get out and try it as soon as the device comes out. That's the best advice I can give.
When is it coming out?
Mid-2011.
Alright, thank you very much. This has been Artem with Android Police, and we've been looking at the LG Revolution.